Hello, everybody. I'm Jess Phillips. I live in San Antonio, Texas, the USA. I thought for the first time ever I'm going to do a video of something that I've been going through. So I need surgery, and it's cataract surgery next month on the 2nd of April. And I, it's been a long journey, an ongoing journey with my ophthalmologist with cataracts that's compounded by dry eye syndrome over like 50 years. And so it took a while for 3 different ophthalmologists to assess me and then finally agree to do the cataract surgery. So over the last year and a half, my eyesight has gone from bad to worse, where I can't take the glare, I can't read very well, lots of things. I can't see details of people's faces. I can't drive because I can't read the signs of the streets. So it's become more and more debilitating, but the ophthalmologists were not convinced that it's the cataracts that were causing it, till my last ophthalmologist said, you know what, yes, let's just get your cataracts out, and then you can carry on being treated for your dry eyes, which you will have to do, as an ongoing thing. So when he finally said yes, I was so relieved that the situation can be remedied. And I was really gung-ho about it, like, yes, cataract surgery coming on in a month, and I'm ready for it. However, not however, I started talking to lots of people, and many people my age, I am 66 years old, have had it done because they're either my age, a little younger, a little older, a lot older. And they said, yeah, piece of cake, and it's great. You'll be amazed at how well you can see and how things are so different. And I was really looking forward to being able to see nice and clear, until 3 weeks ago, I met someone who had something very different to say. And he basically said he was horrified when they brought an instrument like right up to his eyes, and that freaked him out. And then I met another person who said that they heard the entire conversation, that the people around her, the surgeon and the staff, were talking. And I thought, oh my goodness. My thought was, I'll be awake through all this. So if I can backtrack a little, over the last maybe 10, 12 years, I have started having panic attacks due to, the first one started with me having a ear infection. And it was a fungal ear infection, so I didn't have any pain. And over time, I lost my hearing on my left ear. And because of work, I couldn't get to see a doctor in time. And when I did, I almost could not hear anything on my left ear. He said, okay, we'll take care of the fungus. And I also told him that I was having panic attacks. And when I really examined what the panic attacks were about, they were about aging and losing faculties. And because of the kind of work I did, where I did a lot of talking and a lot of listening, I worked out that it would impact my work and ability to earn and be independent. So my hearing specialist said, I can take care of the fungal infection, but I can't help you with your panic attacks. So that was the start of the first panic attack, and several followed. And then since then, I've had various points when I'd have the start of a panic attack, but nothing major till this episode that happened 3 weeks ago. So when I heard the first scary report in my book, Scary, about hearing that this instrument was coming to his eyes, and he panicked. And I thought, oh my God, I knew that I'll be awake, but I didn't know that I'll be that awake. So that particular night, that same night, I had a panic attack, just real panic attack, couldn't sleep, hyperventilating, everything that goes with a panic attack. And I tried to rationalize and and I couldn't. So I then resorted to breathing and several things. Oh, by the way, I did not tell you before now, I'm a therapist. I've been a therapist for 20 years. I help people with panic attacks, so I should know what to do. And so I start thinking like, okay, what should I do? Okay, breathe deep. Okay, do this, do that. But nothing was helping me. And I became more agitated. I couldn't lie in bed. I got up. I sat on a couch. I listened to some meditation. I listened to more meditation. I went back to bed, put my head on the pillow, panicked again. And it was very debilitating. And this happened every night for the next few nights. And I was so frustrated that I couldn't take care of this. So here is the epiphany I had. And that is, I realized that telling someone, these are the steps, I know it, many people have been helped with this, I know what I'm telling you, and so just follow these steps I tell you, really did not help me, even though I knew the steps. And you could say that I'm the guru who knew how to preach and did not know how to follow what I preached. And that's true. But somewhere all these things that I knew just went out of the window. And I allowed, it's like I had no control over the panic I was going through. And my rational head told me, you know what to do. And yet my body and my emotions told me otherwise. And they were not assisting me. So I had an appointment with for the pre-surgery, and I said to the person, listen, I'm having panic attacks and it's debilitating. So could I have some medication that would calm me down? Could I get a prescription for it? And it was interesting that she looked at me and she said, I've been doing this job for 10 years, she said, and nobody has ever asked for that. And I thought, oh, wow, okay, so I'm the first person to ask for it. But I said, really, this is really debilitating. And she said to me, you'll be given some sedatives, mild sedatives, and you could keep telling them that you're still not calm till you feel really calm before they take you in to have the surgery. And I said, okay. And I said, I was still not convinced. And I said, it's these days leading up to it. So she said, if you still feel the same way, let me know, and I'll see if the surgeon would prescribe something for you. Now, I left feeling satisfied with that, and that night I thought, okay, I'm fine. I know that that's the backup. I go to lie down. Everything is fine during the day, but the minute I go to lie down and put my head on the pillow, my thoughts come about the surgery and I can't breathe, and then a panic starts happening. And then that's exactly what happened. And I said, you know what, in the morning, I'm just going to get a prescription and go on some anti-anxiety medication. And then I start doing different things, breathing. I start doing some, I'm a little distracted. My neighbor's cat is here. And I start, and then my fiance, Hector, said to me, you know what, Jazz, why don't we do let's rehearse how this whole process will go. And I said, okay. So the following day, I thought, because I was told that the head gets strapped back, the eyes gets kept open, the eye that they're going to do, not the eyes. And so that's what we did. I put on a cap, he got a belt, we tightened the belt on my head, I lay down, and I played some meditation music, and he the minute he tightened the belt, I started getting basically breathing deep and a little bit hyperventilating. And then I know that I had tears coming down, a little bit of panic. Even though I know him, I could breathe. My nose was clear. It was just my head, just the thought of it. But the music helped, and he's just stroking me very gently. He brought a pen with a lid on, with a cover on, close to my eye, and we did it for a while. I calmed down, and then we've done it 2 or 3 times since, and it's getting better, and this is desensitizing me. And I think the point I want to make here is that it's that this this whole thing about panicking about something is it's real. I never fully appreciated it with my clients, in the sense that I knew it, intellectually. I've been trained how to help them with that. But to be in that state, in that moment, was or is very, very different. Just the emotions, the body, the thoughts just overtake. And I wanted to do this video and leading up to my surgery, which is in 10 days' time, so that I could basically document things for myself and hope that this process of sharing and others who might have similar emotions might help me. Actually, at this moment, I just want to feel that I feel a little, on the one hand, I feel debilitated. On the other hand, I feel silly. And something Hector said to me, which kind of like jolted me. And he said, Jazz, you're not that special, he said. And I thought, wow. And he's a very sensitive, loving man. And I thought, okay, what do you mean by that? He said, and the lady, the pre-surgery lady said that it's the operation that's most done in the US, cataract surgery, So, and when Hector said that I'm not that special, and we talked about it, and he said basically, if it's the most conducted surgery and in the US, and all these people have gone through it. She's done the job for 10 years. Nobody has asked for anti-anxiety medication. So basically he's saying to me, it must be not that debilitating, and you need to change your way of thinking. And he's right. He's right. He is right. And she is right. And I know intellectually that's the case, but my body and my thoughts have got a mind of their own, and somehow or other they're conspiring to keep me in this state. So that's for today, and so I will report every day what I do. So for today, this morning, I did 15 minutes of meditation, guided meditation with my headphones, and it's a person that I've listened to for at least 12 years, and his name is Jason Stevenson. He's on YouTube. I just love the calmness of his voice, and today's was on grounding. And so go look for Jason Stevenson's videos. Some clips, they are like anything from 5 minutes to half an hour. I used to do the hour-long where I fall asleep. This is going back 12 years ago. Not panic attacks, but just having difficulty sleeping. Okay, that's me. Over and out.